Yo, this is your boy Diop, aka Dewey. I'm here to present to you another video reaction on Hunter x Hunter chapters 365 and 366. Right? It's three, right? Okay. So, I read both chapters today, earlier on today, and you know, a lot of things happen. So, so the last two chapters so far, most of it was just talking as usual, a lot of detail. Togashi really does put in a lot of detail in his stories, and most of it was about negotiating with the princess about the Nen beast, the ability of the Nen, because the princess they don't know about Nen, but they know they acquired these Nen beasts, but they can't see them. So the center character was our man Kurapika or Kurapika, and Kurapika, what he was trying to do, he was trying to negotiate with the first prince. Yeah, he was trying to negotiate with the first prince. However, I forgot the chick's name. One of the chicks that was with Kurapika was like, no, don't do that, because he ordered her to try to call the first prince so he could negotiate with the first prince. But she told him not to, and instead went with the third prince. I think, and then the third prince's name was Zhang Lei or Zhang Lai or Zhang Lei, something like that. You know, the dark skinned Chinese dude, whatever. And the reason why she did that, because according to her, because she obviously has a lot of info about the princess, and in her opinion, she gave Kurapika the advice that it was best to go with the third prince since he was much more negotiable. Much because the first prince, he's obviously very cold blooded. You know, he's just a straight up savage. He just ready to kill, just kill niggas, kill anybody that gets in his way. So that was that's about. So Kurapika, he establishes a negotiation with the third prince, and they actually end up going to his room. And meanwhile, one of the first prince's bodyguards was with them, and Kurapika, he asked the first prince, one of the first prince bodyguard, to go with them, and he said no. So he left with his crew, and the first prince bodyguard stayed. So they went to the third prince, the third prince's room, and they negotiated with the Nen beast. However, the conversation leaves all us about them. The third prince asked Kurapika, "Do you really want to talk about this here?" Right. So for that, they leave to go somewhere else to discuss this, and that was pretty much the chapters 366, no 365, 366 was the continuation of that, right? Whereas we have the other princes trying to get information on the Nen, right? And in this chapter is interesting. The first prince, the one with the Nen beast, the one with the like the mo what's the word? What word should I use? Ominous, the very super ominous Nen beast. He was actually learning how to use Nen, and he turned to be a freaking genius. Like he was like, you do it like this, like okay. So he was like, you hold it between your hands, right? And then he was doing it like it was nothing, and he just held it between his hands, and then he was like, cause he was able to control the Nen, like listen, it was innate within him. It was innate, right? It was innate. So and he turned out, so basically, this is foreshadowing the first prince um ability or his skill with Nen, which is very obviously going to be high due to his natural talent able to control it. Because he was just